friends, music lovers. Welcome to Sarb Akal YouTube channel. My name is Vinny, and I have the honor and privilege today to have a conversation with Akkarai Sisters. We thought I'd look at you and welcome Vidushi Subbalakshmi,
Thank you.
Vidushi Sonalata.
Thank you.
Along with them, we have Vidwan Sankaranarayanan, pardon me.
Namaste.
He's on Mridangam. And welcome to Calgary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this will be in November, and you're going to perform in a couple of days on the 4th of November at Salmon Valley United Church for Ragamala at 7:30 p.m. In this conversation, I want to talk to you a little bit about your background, where you came from, and yourself, and to talk a little bit about the kind of music you're going to play, which is Carnatic music, and explain to the audiences the nuances and differences between that. But before that, you have an incredible history and a background of family tradition that goes back to your grandparents, and in fact, your grandmother, and your name kind of coincides with her.
Yes,
So would
yes.
it be
I
fair
was
to
named
say
after
that
my
you
grandmother,
took your grandmother's name a little bit there? So,
Yeah.
so there you go. That's really nice.
Yeah. First of all, we'd like to thank you for having us here, and really looking forward to the performance this Saturday in Calgary. I'm very happy to be interacting with you and sharing our musical journey with you today.
Pleasure is all mine.
Yeah.
So you were also as a part of being in Calgary in November. You had a chance to go to Banff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Earlier
Just
today.
breathtaking, yeah.
How was that?
Absolutely
Good?
loved the experience, yes.
Did you feel like getting up there and playing a little bit of a violin
Yeah.
for the mountains? It does
We
make
did,
you
but
feel-
we
For the cold. Yeah.
but for the cold, yeah.
Yes, except for the cold, of course.
Yeah. But
I'm
we
glad
sang
we-
a lot.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
have that
Yeah,
experience.
we could sing. Yeah.
So coming back to your lineage, your parentage, if you will. So did you have a chance to work with your grandparents much when you're growing up? Did you do much of that at all, or?
Well, not much, but whenever we had school holidays, summer vacation,
Yes,
father would take us to our grandparents' place, and there we would learn a couple of songs.
good.
And then, yeah, so that was pretty much
Our time with our
time with
grandparents.
grandparents,
Awesome.
yeah.
Basically, we grew up in Delhi.
Yes, I was
so-
going to say that to you.
Yeah,
Even
so-
though you're from the south, you were raised in Delhi for a
Yeah, our
long
father
time.
was
so-
with the bank, so
Yes.
we had a transfer, so we moved to Delhi from Chennai when we were pretty young. And during summer vacations, we used to visit our grandparents who were in our native place near Suchindram, Kanyakumari district.
And your father was a tremendous guiding force, your guru for a number of years.
Yes.
In fact, he's the one who saw you through all your education. So you had a chance to learn, if you will, growing up from what I read about your bio, a little bit of Hindustani music as well, right?
Yeah, so since we grew up in Delhi, so we got exposed to Hindustani music as well. And Carnatic music cons were very far and in between. So my father, our father decided that, we should have constant guidance, and we should have constant music
Exposure to-
to music. So be it Hindustani or Carnatic, both whatever was available,
Right.
he wanted to just take the full opportunity
Okay,
to give us the best from whatever was available. Yeah.
cool. And you being the older sister, you were already in the schooling system in Delhi, and then you came along also in the Delhi education, and you were doing the same thing your older sister was doing, learning Hindustani as well, kind of?
Actually, we never learned Hindustani.
Oh,
We
it just,
yeah.
just became a part of that.
We used to listen to many Hindustani concerts that were broadcasted on radio, and also attended many Hindustani concerts live because we were
Oh,
in
that's
Delhi.
spectacular. Okay.
Actually, our father devised a unique method where he would actually ask us to play along with the tapes of legendary artists, be
Really?
it Carnatic or Hindustani. So he would play those recordings, and he would ask us to.
Those tapes would be violin or doesn't
No,
matter?
no, no. It could be a vocal.
Anything.
It could be a
Oh my
vocal artist. It could be an
Okay.
instrumentalist. But we should just absorb everything that they sing and reproduce it,
Okay.
so that we had the capacity to reproduce whatever they had sung or played.
Yeah.
And that was something which really helped us imbibing a lot of nuances, a lot of details of
Right.
beat Carnatic system, because we belong to a musical family where grandparents are
Right.
musicians and our father is our guru.
Absolutely.
So we learnt the system properly, and then Hindustani is something which we just
Played along.
played along, practiced,
learnt it.
never learnt it in a formal way,
Yeah.
but we could follow it because music is universal, right? So
Okay. Now, along with this, somewhere I've read that you're also fantastic vocalist. That goes for both of you.
Yeah.
Have you given vocal performances live?
Oh,
you
yeah.
were,
We
right?
start-
Because-
We do both
Oh,
equally.
yeah. Because when I looked at your YouTube channel, it was confusing. Violinist, vocalist, like. So it was. So
Yeah.
so can we twist your arm for Saturday? Maybe we can get you to do maybe one or two segments in vocal as well.
maybe a couple
We'll see how it
of
goes.
songs
I
we
don't
could,
wanna take away
yeah.
from you, but Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I brought that up because I was always wondering, well, should we or shouldn't we kind of thing.
We started off as vocalists only first, before
Really?
taking on to violin, yeah. So we,
Because the small size violins weren't available then. So
Okay.
we had to be of a certain age, a certain height to
hold on to the
violin
instrument.
and start
But
learning.
no,
it.
but the point is you're vocalist to the level where you're actually giving performances, not just vocalist as,
Yeah.
that's what the incredible part about this story is. That's fantastic.
They go hand in hand. So we learnt vocal, violin simultaneously, because to know to play an instrument, vocal music is also very important.
It is.
And to know to sing also, knowing an instrument is very, very helpful. So they go hand in hand.
That
And
too, learning a fretless instrument really helps in understanding the nuances. So when we sing, we actually visualize what we sing.
I'm so glad you said that, Lata, because in one of the descriptions, somebody was saying they call it the soulful way of playing your violin. In fact, the violin is singing from what you're trying to sing. So that's what we want to hear. So hopefully in this little demonstration, we'll get to see that too. But I'm just, this audience that we'll have tonight, or today when this discussion we're having, there's be a lot of people that are a lot more used to Hindustani music. You're going to be Carnatic based. So in a classic Hindustani music program, for example, say it's a 2 hour or an hour and a half, doesn't matter what, you'd have a segment of where you start with Alap and Jod and then maybe Teen Tal and Jhala or something like this. How does it, I've been to quite a few Carnatic music where they have a long segment of one raga, or they'll have multiple ragas in shorter segments. So how do you present a Carnatic event? And tell me the little bit of the differences between the two for people that haven't been really exposed to that kind of music.
In Carnatic music, in the concert, we start with a traditional piece called Varnam, which is
Yes.
like a warm-up piece.
Yes.
And
Isn't that usually devotional? Not necessarily.
actually, if you see the lyrics, everything is mostly devotional.
Okay.
Yeah, but doesn't come under the category of devotional
I see.
music as such.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay,
but it is
go ahead.
it is bhakti oriented. So
Yes.
so everything is on some Lord and
Yes.
God or goddess.
yeah. So we start with a traditional piece called Varnam,
Varnam.
and then it is followed by a few compositions. So in which
On the same raga?
no,
Not necessarily.
everything is in a different one.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and when we take up compositions, in certain compositions we that are just performed, we just perform the composition alone, without any improvisation in that.
Right.
And for some of the composition, it just depends on the mood. It is not that we cannot do improvisation on
Right.
that. It just depends on the mood and the structure of the concert.
Right.
So, and then we take up some compositions where we start with the raga alapana and then go to the composition. and
Melodic
then-
improvisation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melodic improvisation of the scale, which is the
Thank
raga
you.
alapana.
So this is what one would expect on Saturday, to something like start with the Varnam and a whole bunch of small compositions.
Yeah, sometimes we may not even start with a varnam. We may even take up a kriti which would sound like a varnam, or it could be more like a start piece in a Carnatic concert.
Okay, so how does the tempo increase in case of Hindustani music? You have you start out slow and there is a madhyalaya and then there is jhala at the end. So in this case, how do you start going to the allegro or to the faster compositions? Like, do you do it boom just off the bat, or do you slowly build the whole tempo up?
See, the thing is, with Hindustani music, it's mostly improvisation.
Okay.
And whereas in Carnatic music, it is 50% of composition and 50% of improvisation.
I see.
Our music is composition oriented.
Okay.
So when we play alap also, we would keep the song that we are going to play in mind, and we would play alapana according to that song. So people, when they hear Carnatic connoisseurs who have listened to music concerts for a very long time, they will know if we play this raga, they will know maybe they are going to play this composition in this raga.
Okay.
So those are small nuances that one may be able to identify over the years of listening.
And we have compositions in many tempos. Like we have fast compositions, we have really slow compositions, and we have medium-paced compositions. So we just go by the feel of the concert.
Okay.
So if we play something fast now, it would be just apt. Then we'll go with the fast composition there, and after that is then we might feel like just playing a slow, very lilting composition. Then we'll go for.
We also would have to read the pulse of the audience.
Yeah.
We have to keep that in mind. So we can't set our mind before the concert that we are going to present these compositions.
Oh, I see.
As it progresses, we will know what would be best to perform at this point of time in a concert.
So you really want the audience to be a part of your whole program, and
absolutely,
the energy is coming from them.
Definitely,
and the
of course,
on the stage. I get that. Okay. So your home base is Chennai. We'll talk about you in a second. So your home base is Chennai, and you've been on this tour since middle September, roughly thereabouts.
Yeah.
And now Calgary is almost to the tail end, and then you're going on from here to
Toronto and
then
to
Ottawa, and then back home.
to US.
Now, young lady, can we tell what happened to you 6 weeks back, or congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you.
She's got married, and then she goes on a tour after that. How about that? Congratulations.
So committed to our art form and music.
Young man,
Namaskaram.
you're living in Toronto. Welcome to Calgary yourself. You've been here to Ragamala and to Calgary at least twice.
Yeah, a couple of times I'm here, and I'm very, very glad to be back here actually among my dear friends and excellent and versatile musicians Subbalakshmi and Swarnalata.
And you've been together with them since middle September? Okay.
Yeah.
And the ensemble is missing one other Mridangist, and he'll be here.
Correct. Vidwan Vijay Ganesh, he'll be joining to the concert on Saturday.
But unfortunately, he's not been able to join us for this interview. So the thing with, again, coming to you, the differences between Hindustani and Carnatic music, if I can elaborate on that. The only talam I know in in Carnatic music is Adi talam, right? And then in Hindustani, of course, we have Teen Tal, which is 16 beats.
Absolutely. So the Teen Tal, Jap Tal, Rupak Tal, there are. So basically, if you see the beats and all, there are common terminology between the Hindustani but the beats are same. So for example, if you say like 14 beats.
Yes.
Eventually in the 14 beats in Adi Talam, we have like Kandar Attai, because in Carnatic music system, the Talam basically derived from the body, that is structure of the Talam. So that is called Tala Angas. So Tala and Anga, basically it has meaning. Anga means body. That is why Mridanga means the body is made of Mrit. That's why Mridanga.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Tala Anga plays the key role in the classification of talas. So as I said, the 14 beats, the Kanda Atta Talam goes like this: one lagu. The lagu means one tap and counting.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one lagu. So I'm counting here for 5 numbers. Not 4. That is the differentiation.
You go 4, right? So
yeah. So the angas goes like tapping and counting and waving.
Yeah.
And these are called nishabda kriyas. That is called waving. And so these are all silent structures.
So when you have 4 in lagu is of 5 types.
Yes.
So we can either have 3, 4, or 5, or 7, or 9.
Yeah, eventually lagu is 5 types, but when it gels with the other nadais, so basically there are pancha nadais: Chatushram, Kantam,
Yes.
Tisram, Misram and Sankirnam. When these lagus and gadis and nadais gel together, the talas classification will be just goes on, and it will be much more. So it is believed that there is 35 basic structure talas. Other than that, 108 talas in the regular system of Carnatic music.
Fascinating.
Other than that, in Tirpugal, that is one devotional based composition of Science Sri Arunagirinadar. So in his compositions, if you notice, it is basically metrics, that is chandams based. So that is why it is called Chandatalam. So there are about 1100 varieties of Chandatalams.
Sandatal.
1100.
100,
1100 different varieties. Basically, it goes with the meters of the lyrics.
Okay.
The lyrics are naturally, born to him, and it has by the gift of Lord Sri Subramanya, that is Muruga.
Yes,
So he has sung like on the flow. There will be like 1,100 varieties of Sandatalams,
right.
among which I have documented like 600 varieties. I have tried my best to, and I'm trying my best to just cover some more talams too.
That's fascinating. What will you demonstrate for us right now, today, in this conversation? If you can I request you to do something?
Sure.
Would you be doing something that's, tell me what you're going to play. I want to hear about this from you first in as a descriptive way, and then maybe you can play that too. I know this one raga that I would love for you to think of is Kalyani. You know why?
Yeah.
Because that's my granddaughter's name too. But
Yeah.
that's also very close to Hindustani as well.
Yeah, the Raga Yaman, right? Yeah.
Or, up to you.
Yeah.
Let's see what you're going to do.
Play a piece which would be appealing for everybody, so that it's not Kalyani. We have a lot of composition in Kalyani, but that might be
And we need more time for Kalyani. So
to explore Kalyani, and the composition are very heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we'll take up a ragam called Nalinakanti, which is there only in Carnatic system.
Okay.
And it's a zigzag scale.
Okay. And then the talam will be Aditalam?
Aditala,
Aditala,
yeah.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
That'd be 8 beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is
Okay.
our.
So where is the Kali in that? In case, so 6 beat, right?
Yeah, the Kali is
Six and
those are
eight.
all the Nishabda Kriyas. So that is the 6 and 8 or Kali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In fact, for that matter, actually 2nd, 3rd and 4th also Kali only.
I'll try to keep.
So this piece can go on for how long?
20 minutes.
Oh.
Thank you.